Mhm. Hello, everyone. I'm working on getting set up. I'm running behind today. Let's see. Here I am. There we go. Hey, Sharon. How are you? I got it now. Okay. We're here. What? I know. Yeah. Whew. It's been one of those mornings. I've been running like crazy, trying to decide what to do. I had an idea and then it wasn't working out, so I switched it. So I was running around like crazy. Hey, Barb. So then this one decided to play chase when I tried to get her to bring her upstairs. It's like, come on, I don't have time for this. I know, I know you want to play. That's all you want to do is play. But we're getting our routine down. She's getting better at things. Yes, Sharon, from day one, she never got up at night. I have her in a little plastic bin that, I bought at Walmart. I don't know, it's like a sweater size. And I put her in there with her blanket at night on bed with me, and she's fine. She sleeps through the night, even if I have to get up to go to the bathroom. I know, TMI. But she goes right back to sleep and sleeps through the night. Now, she does get me up, or she's ready to get up, I should say, at 7. So we get up at 7. So I'm up at 7, but last night we went to bed a little earlier, which was good. What do you smell on me? So if I can get her, I wasn't getting in bed till after 11 before, because I was taking her out at 9. I didn't want to, at 10, I didn't want to go too long, but last night I took her out about 9:30 and she was fine all night long. So I think I'm going to push it to 9:30 and see if we can do that, because then I can get in bed at a decent time. But she's a mess. Yes, yes. She loves to play, and her favorite thing right now is fetch and chase. She loves to run from me if I'm trying to catch her. We're working on potty training. We're doing better with it, and I think I'm getting her schedule down so I know what she needs to do. And then I'm working now with taking her paw and tapping the bell as we go out. Before I was shaking it because she was not real thrilled with it, kind of scared her. So now she's used to the sound. So now I'm taking her paw and tapping the bell. I'm training her to ring the bell when she has to go outside. And I reward her when she goes to the bathroom outside. If she goes in the house, no. Well, like 2 days ago, there wasn't an accident at all. Yesterday, I had 2 accidents. But I don't think that's bad, considering it could be every day, 4 or 5 times. But, we get up, we go to the bathroom, we come in, she eats, I jump in the shower, and then I take her out again afterwards. And so then she's usually good. I took her out right before I came up and she went again. So we'll see. I know she loves to eat my hair. I don't know why. She loves to chew on my buttons. She loves to chew on my slippers. We're working on that. Yes, we are. So, all right, I'm going to get ready because I came in a few seconds late, and I'm going to put her in her crate and we're going to get started. Oh, she's going to go to sleep. She just laid right back down. Good, good, good. All right, I'm going to get ready and move over my camera. I almost spotlighted that. That would have given you a real shocker. Oh, you'd have seen the mess on the side of this. So let me spotlight my camera here. And there. All right, so I decided to take the sheet load of cards. I talk about using sketches a lot, and I thought I would take the sheet load of cards that Alicia does on YouTube and show you how I use it. Now, this one is a special edition. These cards are 5x7. I am not doing 5x7. I'm going to do my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So if you do 5x7, you don't need to change the measurements, but she gives you all the measurements for a single card layout. Now, granted, this is for this size, but even in her other ones that are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, she gives you the measurements for this. She gives you alternate ways, ideas. She labels everything. This is normally in color. I don't print it in color because it wastes my color. And so I just print it in black and white because I've kind of done it for so long, I know. And then what she does is this edition, let's see, how many does it say? Oh, it doesn't say how many you make. Oh, here it is. Using this idea, you can make 12 cards, and she gives you how many of each sheet you're going to need, how to cut it, and everything. So, she gives you everything. All you have to do, hey, Kim, is use it. The reason I'm not doing the 5x7 is for a 12 by 12, 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock, you're only going to get one card. So I modified it. So with that, I'm going to show you how I modified this, and I'm going to keep this close at hand so I can refer to it. And I decided to take 2 Christmas papers from the current mini, and I can show this now because everybody should have it. So hopefully you do have yours. I sent them out to everybody. And this is the paper I'm using. It's called Joy of Christmas. This is really pretty paper. It's got music notes on this one and this one. It's got some checks. They've got some wood grains, but I don't like the wood grains, and I'll show you what I mean. And then it's got some Christmas images. So that's the first one I'm going to do. All right. So for it, I have my card base, and this is my 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I have a scrap of white, listen to me, a scrap of cherry cobbler. I have a scrap of white somewhere. Here it is. A scrap of white. And then this is the paper that I've cut. And these are the wood grains. I don't like them. They look fake to me. Now, maybe you like them, but if you do, fine. I don't. So what I did was, this piece is, no, it's not cardstock, it's pattern paper. 1 by 6, way too big for mine. This piece for me is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So what I did was I took a 1/2 inch off the bottom. I did not change my measurements, cutting measurements. I left it at 1. This one is 1 1/4 by 6, but I cut mine at 1 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I'm going to put this on here like this. Now there's going to be a very slight border, but that's fine with me. All right, so this goes here. And I thought I had, no, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking of. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down on here. And I think what I'm going to do is normally I start from the outside and work in. So I'm going to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this down like so and get an idea about where it, excuse me, this one needs to be, so I can come over slightly. All right. Oh, I almost put that flipped out to the wrong side. That would not have been good. All right, so this one's going to go on here. This is supposedly a, I don't know, non-directional paper. I sometimes look at it and see a direction, even though they say there isn't. Now I'm going to do this one next. I find by doing the outside edges first, you can then take and do the inside piece. All right, now see this piece, that to me is upside down. So I'm going to flip it around. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to line that piece up with that grid line. And just slide it over slightly. All right. And then I'm going to add this in the middle, and there will be a tiny, tiny border here. Now, if you don't want this much space at the top of the bottom, you can easily cut it down, but I wanted some place to start. And I might just cut mine down. I don't know. I'm going to put this in the middle and center it, and watch your top edges. Make sure they are straight. See this, there's a lot of space there. So I am going to cut that down. So I am awaiting texts from and pictures from Jess. That looks a little better. Remy has her first soccer game today. She's on a traveling soccer team. So I'm dying to see how they do. Zoe's on a traveling volleyball team, but her games don't start till after Christmas. They start in like January. Hers are January, February, and March. Remy's are September, October, and I don't know if it's in November or not. I'm going to try to get up there. No guarantee I will get there. All right, now, according to the sketch, and whoops, I almost put that on upside down. Make sure you look at it carefully. This has a lot of space around it. You can make this bigger if you want, but I wanted to kind of mimic the sketch as much as I can. And there is like 3/4 of an inch all the way around. And I kind of did that. Close. All right, so there's the card base. Now we have to do these two pieces and this. This piece is, oh, I cut those pages. Where are the papers? Where are they? Well, dang, I cut those papers. I need that. No, I don't need that because I ended up using this. All right, maybe I didn't cut for this, but I could swear I did. Maybe I did and I put it away. I'm looking underneath over here just to play it safe. No, I don't see it. Darn. All right, I'll have to cut it real quick. But I was certain I had cut it. Oh, well, we'll get it. All right. This piece, I'm going to cut out from a 2-inch square, and I'm a square, 2-inch circle. And I'm going to kind of cut it so that it's, no, you know what? I need to do this one first, and you'll see why in a minute. And I have this Happy Holidays. It's way too big because I'm using a 1 3/4 inch circle for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another tip. I take my stamps, and I do this if I've got, you know, something on the edge or whatever that I have to like feet, and there's this extra space down here. What I do is I take my marker and I put a mark on the top and down the side. So can you see how I did that? Let me pull it a little closer. So I see where it ends. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here for the bottom. And I'm going to get it close. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. This one, I know I can shift it over, but I want to mark the base also. So like I said, I put marks on my stamps because it helps me get things lined up. All right. So now that I've got that marked, I'm going to take my cherry cobbler marker and I'm going to ink up happy. Okay. And I'm going to stamp my happy and see, it does kind of come through a little bit. So I do get an idea of where it is. I'm going to stamp it right about there. All right. Now I've got to clean this because if you don't, you will stamp it. You will stamp it and you'll get it over here and you don't need that. So now I can ink up holidays. Right. You can do this with your ink pad, but then you have to mask it off. I find it easier just to do this. Now, I know that happy ends right where those marks are. So I'm going to slide this over just slightly so it's centered. And I'm going to stamp it. Oh, not bad. I'm off a little bit, but it'll work. So there I've got that. Now I'm going to take my 1 3/4 inch circle and I'm going to punch it out. And I'm going to kind of put it towards the top. I don't want a full circle because this is a 3-inch circle. 3 inches is too big for my card. So I did that. Now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it on my red like so. And I'm going to put it even at the bottom because that will allow me to punch out a 2-inch circle around it. And what I have to do now is just center it and watch my spacing. All right. I'm focusing. All right, so there I've got this, and it could be an image. And I kind of wanted to do an image underneath. Sorry about that. I just threw my punch across the room. Slipped out of my hand. All right, so I've got this, which is going to go on here. But I need these 2 papers. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it. I know I measured this and I cannot find it. I'll move everything around afterwards and it'll show up. But that's okay. I could have very easily put it. Oh, what is this? This will work rather than use that big piece. But I am going to use my big cutter and cut it down just slightly because I need it at 4 1/4. All right. Just under. I know I did this because I had a piece of white that was the size I needed. Heaven only knows where it went. So this goes underneath and this is on the top, like so. So I've got to cut this one down to 4 1/4. That is the size. Ooh. Okay, come on here. Well, something's wrong with my trimmer. I don't know what. I will play with it later. Let me just cut this down on my big one. Maybe it's saying, give me a new blade. All right. This goes on top of here, like so. And I'm going to put this on here, and it's even on the ends. So all you have to do is get the sides straight. Oops. All right, and then this goes across like so. I added the white behind it because it needed something. It just was lost without the white. So that's why I added the white. All right, so I'm going to put this, and I'm looking at her card, and she has it right about there. And if you line up this side, if you've got any extra, which I do, I can then take my scissors and trim from this side. It's easier to trim from this side than this side, the folded side. Because if you cut that folded side, you cut your card. Hey, Betty Ann. So, ooh, that is really crooked. Let me see if I can move it a little. Maybe it's my eyes. Let's see. 1.5. It's my eyes. Okay. All right. This piece goes on here, but I have more than I need. So I'm going to take and I'm going to trim this down some. I don't know what's wrong with my trimmer. Hopefully it is not serious. And I ended up trimming this at like 1.5. I don't want it too big. And it goes on, oh, it's in the middle, goes on there. I'm not putting it on dimensionals. Oh, thanks, Janice. Because I want it flat. And I forgot to grab gems. I hope my oh, pooh, they're not up here. They're downstairs. I thought I brought that bin up, but I didn't. I wanted the, I'm going to put some gold festive pearls right there. So I'll do that before I take the pictures. But there's the first idea. All right. And I took her sketch 5x7. Now, when you print these out, she has it sized so that it comes out exactly at 5x7. So you can use this to get the size of the card that, you know, get the exact placement. I just kind of fudged mine and went with it because I wanted the smaller card. Now we're going to take that card and we're going to use the next set of paper, which is the Berry Christmas DSP. And I'm missing a sheet of this. I don't know where it went. Of course, maybe I'm not. I wanted to use, I'm using this, and I wanted to cut out one of the polar bears, but the sheet that I used, this is not it. This is it. I wanted to use one of the polar bears because I was going to use the feet, but I cut the sheet the wrong way. I just cut off 1 1/4 inch from one side. I should have cut off the side here so that the feet went the right way. And then I was going to fussy cut a polar bear. Well, then I couldn't find a polar bear that was the right size. So, thanks. Oh yeah, Sharon, I love sketches because you can use them for anything. So I decided to go with snowflakes. All right. So see, I've got these pieces. They're done. I've got this, and this is for punching. These are the two pieces I'm going to put on here. And I think when I do this time, I'm going to just pull this down. I need to cut this at 1 inch. And since my trimmer is acting up, I'm going to go over here to my guillotine trimmer, which is my absolute favorite. And I'm going to trim it down. So I have my two pieces. And then I'm going to put this in the middle. Not what I wanted. I really wanted this, but I cut it wrong. So modify and adapt. Let me move my card out of the way. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to get this lined up so I kind of know where to put them. All right, so that's pretty close. These might need to be a little bit smaller, but we'll find out. We'll play with it and see what happens. I was going to use the back of this, but that had nothing of interest. So, all right, I'm going to pull it up slightly and over. All right, so I've got that side on. Now let me do this side. So as you can see, I made a Christmas card, and I don't have a Let It Snow stamp that's current, and I didn't have time to go looking for my retired one. So I gotta go down a little bit more. I'm going to do this one as a Christmas. It could be a Hanukkah card too. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Great Hanukkah card for your friends. All right, come on, you're off a little. Now we'll put this on. Yeah, because it's blues, you could very easily have your sentiment say Happy Hanukkah. We used to have a stamp set that had Happy Hanukkah in it. And there's a very, very slight border in between the two pieces. All right. All right. Let me cut this end off a little bit. All right. Got it. This piece is going to go on a white card base. Right. And then I can add my, ooh, you know what I have that's retired I could use on here? I just remembered. I have snowflakes. I'll have to see if I can find them. They were iridescent snowflakes. Now, I will tell you that when you put this on, because there's already pieces of paper here, I'm going to take, and instead of using glue on that corner, I'm going to use a glue dot, and then I will add glue on the rest of it. I'm trying to pull the pin out and it's already out. And that glue dot will give it just a little bit of lift, making it easy to kind of match the rest of it. right? There we go. And I moved this one down, and that was just because I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. You can adjust this. You can have it at the top. You can have it at the bottom. Oh, that one would have been fun to put at the top and have the circle go down. Move this to the top, and instead of having your circle go this way, put it this way. That's a great way to modify. Now, I pulled in Brightest Glow, which is in the annual catalog, and Seasons Grease, 'Tis the Season. Like I said, this would be a great Hanukkah card. And where's my Night of Navy? Did I not get my Night of Navy ink? I can swear I did. No, I didn't. And I'm going to stamp that right there. I hope you find that tip that I gave you for how to mark your stamps useful. I use it all the time. All right, now I stamped this one crooked, so I've got to cut it so that it's straight. All right, there's that and that. Now I need to cut, I need to put this on. And I find it easier if you just put this on and cut it, punch it then, and you can even, all right, let me make sure that this goes on straight. The bottom may not be straight, but I want my words straight. There we go. All right, now I can use my 2-inch punch. Great way to use your punches. I love my punches. I use them so much. All right, got it. Now I need to take and trim the bottom of this. I made this one a little bigger than 1.5, and then this goes on here like so. But if you move this up here, stamp your sentiment and punch it out this way and put it at the bottom. Another way to modify. It takes that same image, same sketch, and changes it around. All right, let me put this on in the middle. And let me see if I can find my snowflakes. I think those snowflakes would be great. This is my bin of retired stuff. Those are stars, too. But I do have snowflakes. I don't think I've used them up. Nope, there they are. So check your stash. You may find you have stuff that works. I'm always checking my stash. And this one, all right. There's that one, it's stuck. I got it off. Let's see if it'll stick. Oh, it's on my finger. Well, it's stuck to my finger. Let me get my, take your pick tool, put it on there. Come on. There we go. All right. Well, dang it. There. I think these snowflakes are so cute. Pull that one up a little bit. The thing is with these, once you put it down, it's down. So don't push down till you're ready. Let me see if I can take this one off and move it. I don't know if it's going to stick because the glue dot didn't come. Yep, I got it. Okay. There's card 2. So 2 ideas using the same sketch. for a sheet load of cards. And I mean, again, use your sketches over and over again. Pull out your paper. This is a great way to use strips. I don't know about you, but when I cut my paper down, I always have a strip left at the bottom. You can easily change this. Now this is wider, so you might need to adjust it, but add a couple of extra layers and use those strips. And there's today's idea. And I hope it's inspired you to try something. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize it. Somebody should have told me my mat was crooked. That helps keep me straight. So you probably watched half of it with it being crooked. All right, let me get ready. Take off the spotlight. Put it back on me. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks, Betty Ann. It's a great way to use your stash. I love sketches for that idea. I find sketches all the time. I find if I can't think of anything to do, I go looking for a sketch because everything's decided. All I have to do is decide the paper, and the paper decides the colors. So not a problem, quick and easy. Well, I've got a list this long that I've got to get done as much as I can today. I have to make cards for the Pretty in Pink golf thing they're having in October. I need to get those done so I can send the picture to the lady and see if she likes them. And then I got to make Michaela's birthday card. Her birthday is Monday. It's like, oh my gosh, where did it go? So I have it on my list. Thanks, Carol. So I'll be making Michaela's birthday card. I have an idea that I think I'm going to go with. That's a clean and simple card, and I think she would love it. She did send a text. We have a family text we do. She sent a text yesterday. Jake has been in school 3 days, came home sick. He tested positive for COVID. So now the whole family is like quarantined to try and avoid everything. So hopefully they don't get it. So far, he's not sick. She says he's tired and he sounds like he has a cold. So he'll play for a little bit and then he needs to rest and have some snuggles. And then he'll go play a little bit and everything. So it's like, I'm going out there in a month. Get that stuff out of there. I don't want it. I have, knock on wood, I've been lucky. I have not gotten it, but I know it's going to hit me. It's going to get me soon. I am going to get the new shot before I leave here to help boost my system a little bit. So I'm hoping I avoid it. But, you know, what can you do? It's going to be like the flu. Get the flu shot so you don't get the flu, or if you do, it's not as bad. Get the COVID shot, so if you get it, it's not as bad. So I'm hoping that the new shot's out, and it's supposed to be, I think, the end of the month, by the end of the month. So I'm hoping I can go get it, because that puts me down for a day or so, depending on how I react to it. I know I'll be down for at least a day. So I have to plan ahead for everything. All right, guys, you guys have a fabulous weekend. It is gorgeous here. It's going to start raining. We're watching Lee to see what's going to happen with it. Right now, it's supposed to curve in between us and Bermuda and go on up north, which I would like to see it do that. Not that I want the north to get it, and to have a nor'easter up there, but I don't want a hurricane. And it was a pretty powerful one, so we'll see. Oh, well, hey, Betty Ann, you needed rain. I know you do. You had those fires out there and everything, so hopefully that has helped a lot. All right, guys, I will not be in the group on Monday. I have book club, and this one gets shots. So even if I didn't have book club, I was not going to do it because I don't know how she's going to react to the shot. This is the first set of shots with me, so I'm not positive how it's going to go. I'm crossing my fingers. I know that when I had Bijou, she reacted badly to shots. So we'll see with this one. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Bye.